Hello and welcome to another demo video with KingTech Coding Clinic. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through step by step how this amazing mini banking system we have developed using Microsoft Excel and VBA programming. I'm going to show you how this system works step by step. I'm going to show you all the features in the system and how each and every functionality of the system runs. Okay, so that is that about this video. Now let's quickly delve right into that. All right, welcome back once again. So now if you have just discovered this channel for the first time, consider subscribing to the channel. You press the bell icon so that you get notified anytime we drop videos like this. Okay, so now let's look into the system. So to start with, we need to log into the system first. We need to log in by clicking on this button here. Then we enter our login credentials. Okay, there we go. So quickly we are logged into the system. So now let's go through each and every sections of the system. So to start with, if I would want to display the various toolbars as well as all the Microsoft ribbon, I would have to click on this and then I'll have that displayed. Okay, that is that. So let's look into each and every section of the system. So to start with, if I would want to get an account number, I'll assign an account number to a customer. I would have to click on this and then quickly I'll be navigated to this panel where I can fetch any of this account number here, then assign it to the customer. There is also another option of how we can generate random or unique account numbers for each and every customer. So let's go back. Moving forward, if I would want to reset my password, I'll just have to click on this and then here you can see this is the username admin and this is the password. So if I should go ahead and change this, that will become the new username as well as the password. Okay, let's go back. Also, I can equally sign out or log out from here. Click on this. If you say no, nothing happens. Like click on this and you say yes, and then you are logged out. Then I will just have to log in once again. I'm back. Okay, so basically that is that. Now let's go into the accounts database. Whenever we create account, where are all the details going to be? So click on this and we have all the details here where we have the account number, the account's name, the address, the phone number, the email address, the date of birth, the gender, as well as the date. Okay, let's also look at the transactions database. Whenever we execute some transactions in the system, where does all these details get into? So we click on this and then we have all the details. We have the transaction number, the account number on which the transaction has taken effect. We have the date of transaction. We have the purpose of the transaction, as well as the transaction, is it withdrawal or deposit. We keep track of all these things here. Also, before a user or a customer before we create an account for a customer, the customer has to fill a form. So we have the account form here. So the customer has to fill a form and then add the passport picture here. So we use these details to create new accounts for the customer. So we can just print this from here. Once we click on this, we can just give it a name and then we print it. So let me just give it a name like ACCFRM for short. I want to leave it on the desktop and click on save. Okay, so once let's finish. Once I minimize this and then we have this here, just double click this. And you can see we have the account form here, and that is that. Moving forward, let's quickly go home once again. We also have deposit form. Okay, if a customer wants to deposit funds into his or her account, we use this form for that. So we have it here as well. So we can see you just have to fill in this and then use it to deposit your funds into your account. You can equally print that from here as well. Let's check it again. You can just name it Depo FRM for short, and then we just go ahead and save it on the desktop. So quickly we should go here and then get it up and running. So you can see that as well from here. There we go. Moving forward, let's quickly navigate to. We also have the withdrawal sheet. If you would want to withdraw funds from your account, we have that here. So you can see that as well here. So when we enter the customer's account number here, then we have the customer's name appear on the withdrawal sheet as well as the account numbers, which we can then go ahead and print for the customer to use in withdrawal of funds. So we can call it with FRM for short. Then we save it on the desktop. So let's look at how it also looks like. So there we go, we have this as well here. So that is that. I'll show you how all those things work as we move along. Let's go back home. So we also have the loan forms. Okay, if someone comes to apply for loan, the person has to fill a form. So we have the loan forms from here, which we can equally print from here. I don't want to go into that again. You already seen me doing that already. So let's go home. And we also have the loan database. Okay, the loan details that we're going to capture, where as all these details go, we have the database for it. So this is where all those things are kept, so we can refer to them and use them for whatever purpose we intend to. And we also have loan deductions. Whenever we do transactions on loan deductions, where that's all these details get stored is here. So there we go for that as well. You can quickly navigate and come back home. Okay, and here we also have this dashboard where we can go ahead and create an account from here, also do transactions from here, and also print statement from here as well. And to create an account, we have this button here. Once you click on this, you enter the account details, then you go ahead and create an account. We also have transactions. Okay, the person wants to withdraw, the person wants to deposit, we use this form for transactions. And then loan, if we want to capture loan details, we use this form to capture loan details as well. And then deductions of loan, that is also here, it takes effect from here as well. So basically that is that. Now let's start with the account creation. Now, to create an account for a customer for the first time, you can equally just click on this dashboard group. Then you start from here as well, and then go ahead and create an account. You can equally use this button as well. So let's use here. So here we can just click on this button here to generate the account number for the customer. So once you click on this, you have the account number generated. You can just keep clicking. You should have random account numbers generated. Okay, so we can use this as our account number. Then we assign a name to it. Let's say the name is Amayao for short. Okay, and then the address maybe Ama Street, and then the phone number. Let me use my phone number 0542590854. Then the email address maybe ama@home. .com, and then the date of birth. Then we click the calendar, and then we get the date of birth, and then date on which the account is being created. You choose that date as well. Then the gender is female, so we go ahead and grab the passport picture for Ama from here. Let me just go this way and then grab it from here, go to my database, and then let's go to passport pictures. So I can just go ahead and grab this picture for Ama. And then the signature, I can upload the signature from here and go back and get that up and running from here, and then choose this as well. So this is Ama's details. So we are done entering. We can just go ahead and then save. I would want to copy this account number because I'll be using it for searching of this same data. So I've just copied it. Now I can then go ahead and save these details here. Then we save it. So you can see that the total number of customers, initially it was 3, but now it is 4. So now let's go ahead and search for these details. And so we click inside here and paste the account number. Once you click on search, you should have this return. Supposing you would want to change something here, after searching the details, you can just go ahead. Let's assume that the address is Alma Street number 4. So number 4, you can change that as well. So once you are done with that, and then whatever changes you would want to change, you can do that from here. Once you are done, click on updates, and then quickly you will have that updated. So now if we should go ahead and search for her again, you see that the update has taken effect. Okay, so basically that is that. Now let's move forward. Now that we are done creating an account for Ama, then there is the need we deposit funds into Ama's account for the first time. So I've just copied this account number again. So I'll close this. Then I'll then go to transactions. Okay, but before then, we can then go to the database and see Ama's details. So you can see we have Ama EL from here, Ama Street number 4, and the phone number is here, ama@home.com. Then the date of birth is here, then female, and then date on which the account is created and all that. So you can see that everything is here up and running. So we can then go back home. Then let's deposit funds into Ama's account. So to do that, you can then come to this transaction button, which we can equally get from here as well. So you click on that. Okay, so to do that, you would have to go ahead and then paste or enter Ama's account number from here. Let me just paste that here. Then you proceed. Now, what I would want you to know is, let me copy this once again from here and show you something. If I should just go ahead and change something here and proceed, you can see that it tells me the account number doesn't exist because we don't, in our database, we don't have this particular account number inside of our database. So it will clear everything. You would have to enter the account number that exists inside the database. So this is also another form of detecting non-existing accounts into the system. So as we are going to deposit, you make sure you toggle it to deposit. If it's withdrawal, this. If it's deposit, like this. So the purpose is what? Deposit. So we just enter the purpose, which is deposit. And then the amount, let's assume that she would want to deposit 50,000 Ghana cedis inside the account. So once we are done, we just go ahead and click on save. Okay, now we have that saved. So now if we should go ahead and enter the account number here once again and proceed, you see that now the account balance is now 50,000. So basically that is that. And then the purpose is what? Deposit. So let me just enter that. Then the amount is what? 50,000. Perfect. There we go. 50,000 for short. 1, 2, 3. So once we are done with that, after deposit, we would want to send a message to confirm that we have just deposited this amount inside her or into her account. So to do that, we click on send deposit message. If it is withdrawal, then we click on send withdrawal message. But in this case, we are going to be sending deposit message. So we just click on send deposit. So we click on this and there we go. From here, we can then go ahead and close this one. So here we are going to send deposit message to Ama from here. So to do that, what we are going to do is to get our message from here. So you click on this. So on this interface here, just click on copy message, and this copies the message for you. So once we are done copying the message, I'll just click on done. Then I'll come back here. Then from here, what I'm going to do is just to click on this particular tab here, which I'll be showing you how to have this running inside your Excel so that you can use that to send messages, bulk messages and all that. Okay, so once we click on this, we have options here to send message to Alma for the transaction, which is all about deposit of funds. So here we click on send message and then click on compose message. So I'll then choose my sender ID. So you can request for sender ID from that particular website, which I'll be showing you how to do that. I already recorded a video on how to apply for sender ID on this particular website, and I'll leave the link in the video description below. You can just check that out and then you should be good to go. I use that site to register for all or apply for all these sender IDs that I use for my tutorials and other stuff. So I'll just go ahead and choose KTCC as my sender ID, and from there I'll then go ahead and proceed and then paste the message I copied from there. Now once I'm done with it, I'll just click on personalize. And then from there, you can see that the variables assigned inside the messages, inside the message are all displayed here. So the next thing I will do is just to click on next. So from here, then I'll just click on add. Then I'll choose from this particular sheet. The details I'm going to send messages or the message to is from this particular sheet. So I'll just choose from sheet. So once that happens, then I would want to choose get the various columns which holds each and every detail. We have the name column, we have the phone number column, we have the account number column, and this is what I've just created here to guide you on which to choose for which column. With the phone number column, we have column B, so you just double click here, then you should have column B, you choose that. Then the name column is column A, just double click here, and then you have column A for name. The account number is in column C, you just go ahead and choose column C. Then the amount is in column what? Column F, you choose column F for that. Then the purpose is column E, then you just go ahead and choose column E for that. And then the date is in column D, then you just go ahead and choose column D for that. And then the balance is in column G, then you just choose column G as well for that. So once you are comfortable with all these things, you just click on OK, and you should have this up and running. Now there we go, it says 1 unique destinations have been added. So once you click on OK, so from here we can then go ahead and send message. here I use my own phone number, then I'll be showing you how this message is going to be displayed on my phone. So let's look at the details. The name is Ama Yao, then the phone number here, then the account number is here, and the purpose is deposit, and then the date on which the transaction is done is 7 February 2023, and then the amount is 5,000 and the balance is 5,000. So take note of that. So once I click on send, I have the message sent quickly. So you can see that it says message dispatched. Now I'll be showing you how the message looks like. I've just received the notification on my phone. Now let's go straight to my phone to see how this message looks like. Now here I am on my phone. Let me just tap my messages, then quickly we just open this now, and then you can see it says what? Hi, Amayao. The account number 606001310565 has been credited with an amount of what? 5,000 or 50,000 Ghana cedis. Description is deposit, and then the date is 7 February 2023, and then the balance is 50,000. So that is that for the message. That is the message, the transaction message, or the deposit message Ama Yao has just received. So that is that. Thank you. All right, so now we are back, and we all saw that message that Ama has just received on the transaction. That is the deposit. So once the message is sent or is dispatched, you can then go ahead and delete this particular sheet because it is of no use. Okay, so that is that. So now we can then go back home. So as it stands now in Ama's account, she has 50,000 Ghana cedis. So now let's do some transactions again. That is on withdrawals. Okay, so to do that, let's click on transactions once again. So once we do that, now what we are going to do is to withdraw funds. So we click on this button to toggle to withdrawal. Then we have Ama's account number here. But for now, account number is, so let me just grab that from here. Let me go to account database and grab Ama's account number from here. Let me just select this, copy this, and then go home, then go to transaction again. So withdrawal, so you click on this. Let me paste Ama's account number from here and then click on purpose. So now the purpose is what? Withdrawal. So I'll just enter that withdrawal. So the amount I would want to withdraw from it is what? 10,000. Let's say 10,000, right? 1, 2, 3. So there we go. So once I'm done with that, I'll just go ahead and click on save, and then it should be good to go. So now if I should select here and then enter Ama's account number once again and proceed, you can see that the balance is now left in what? 40,000. So, and then because we just withdrew how much? That is 10,000. The purpose was what? Withdrawal. So withdrawal, and then the amount withdraw was what? 10,000. So once we are done, we can just go ahead and click on this and say send withdrawal message. After that, when we come, we need to fill in all these details so that we can move these details for sending of the withdrawal message. So once you do that, click on send withdrawal message, and there you go, boom. So you are here. We can then go ahead and send withdrawal message once again. So similar to what we've just, or you saw me doing, or we did when we sent the deposit message. So here the same is going to happen here. So we go to get message, we copy message, click on done. So we come here. Let's first of all adjust this to get this particular page up and running here so that we can use this. So we then come here and go to compose message. So here we choose our sender ID, KTCC. We paste the message, and we then go ahead and click on next. So we click on personalize, then we click on next. And we just add them from sheets. I would want to do this so that you can see the withdrawal message as well. It's very important. So now let's go ahead and match the various columns to each and every details that way. So the phone number has the column B, then the name holds the column A, account number holds the column C, account number holds the column C, then amount holds column F, so we choose that as well, column F for amount. Purpose holds column E, so we grab that from here. Date, the date holds column D, then we grab that from here. Then the balance holds column G, then we grab that from here as well. So once we are done with all this, what we are going to do right now is just to click on OK, and everything should be up and running. All right, there we go. It says 1 unique destinations have been added. So we click on OK. So from here, what we're going to do right now is just to click on send, and then we should have the message quickly sent, and then it's also dispatched. I've just received it. Let me show you how it looks like. So let me just delete this from here. So no use now. Now let's switch straight back to my phone and let's see how the withdrawal message looks like. All right, so now here I am on my phone again. Let me just tap this once again. Now we open this as well. So now you can see it says hi Yao, or hi Ama Yao, your account number 606001310565 has been debited with an amount of 10,000 cedis. Description is withdrawal. Date 7th February 2023. Your balance is 40,000. So basically that is that about the withdrawal message as well. Thank you. All right, so now we just saw how those messages are sent and received. So basically that is that. So now let's quickly go back home. So now the next thing we are going to look at is how we can check Ama Yao's statement, account statement. Okay, so now let's click on this to get her account number because it's very useful. We're going to use that to grab the statement. So let me just copy this and let's go back home. So to get the statement up and running, you would have to click on this dashboard group. So in here, just go ahead and enter the account number, then the date range from when to when you want to generate the statement for. We then go ahead and then click on the calendar to choose. So I would want to say 1st February towards to the last day of February, that is 1st 28. So once I'm done, let's go ahead and click on search. So I have my account statement generated. You know, the transactions we just did on Ama Yao's account isn't all that much. It's about one deposit, which was 50,000, and then the other was withdrawal, which was the 10,000. If you try to remaining, you will see that all those things will be displayed accordingly. So this is where we have the name also. So how do we print the statement? To do that is very simple. Click on statement there. So let's just give it a name for short, Ama statement. So we can just save it on the desktop. So we should have things up. So we can then go ahead and close this and then minimize this. So we have this appearance. So once you close this, we open this. So you should see Ama statement. You can see Ama's account number, the start dates of the statements, and then the end date. We have the account number here, and then the account balance is also here, 40,000. The deposit was here, the withdrawal, the purpose was withdrawal. So we can see all that. The date and everything is just here up and running without any problem, without any stress. So that is that about the statement as well. So now I think the next thing we are going to look at is how to work on loans, how we can apply and have our loans approved and get things up and running. So let's check on that. All right, so now to work with loans, first of all, as usual, the applicant has to fill the loan form. So how do we do that? We print out this form for the applicant to fill and then go through the form details. Once we have things up and running, we can then approve the loan. So once the loan is approved, we can then go ahead and use the form data to capture the data into our loan database by clicking on this. So we have that. So every loan should have a loan ID. So to do that, we click on this to generate loan ID. We can just click and then generate unique loan ID. Okay, so let me just draft this down here. We have 4230519 has a loan ID. So now the full name is Ama Yao. Okay, let's assume she's the same person applying for a loan again. In the date of birth, we can just choose anything there at all. Gender is female. Then the email is ama@home, right? ama@home.com. And then the address is Ama Street 4, something like that, or 554. And the phone number, let me use my phone number, 05425908854. Then the loan amount, let's say you want to apply for 20,000 Ghana cedis, 20,000. Then the number of months, let's say 48 months. Then the interest rate is, let's say 16. Then once we are done, what we need to do is the start date, the date which Ama would want the loan deduction to start. So we can click on this calendar and have that. Maybe she would want the deduction to start from 1st March. So we choose 1st March. So we have that. Okay. So once we are done entering these details from here to this level, we can then go ahead and click on calculate, and this will calculate the loan for us. So we click on calculate. So now we have monthly payment. So what it means is that she has to pay 566.81 as the monthly payment. Then the total payments, the amount together with the interests, makes it what? 27,206.67. Then the interest rate is what? 16.00. Then the start date for the deduction is what? 1st March 2023. Then the end date in the loan will end is what? 1st March 2027. So once we are done, we'll have to enter Ama's account number from here. So we need to enter that as well from here, which I didn't keep track of. Should have done that earlier. So I need to get this up and running. So let me see if I can just get it. It can't be gotten here. So we'll update that later. So let's quickly go ahead and let's get her picture. Click on this and let's go this way. And then let's go to passport images. So let's use this one for her as well. Then her signature from here. And just come back here and grab the signature like this from her as well. So there we go. So once we are done, we can then go ahead and save it. But like I said, we'll come back and then update her account number from here. So let's go ahead and click on add save. Okay, it says what we should enter account number, meaning that we would have to still enter the account number. It's very crucial. So now it wouldn't work for us. We needed the account number to be able to proceed. So now let's close this and start all over again. Let's grab her account number from here. So let's copy this. There we go. Copy this. So we can then quickly go back home, come to add loan data, and we have to start all over again. So let's just paste this thing inside here. So now let's generate the loan ID once again. Okay, now we just change the loan ID from here, which is now 4230 428. Okay, 4230428. There we go. That is the loan ID. So the full name is Amayao for short. In the date of birth, then we choose that as well. Gender is female. Email ama@home.com. Then the address, Ama Street, number 4. And the phone number 05425908854. And the loan amount is 20,000. Then the month is 48 month. Enter that as well. And the interest is 60. So once we are done, the deduction start from 1st March. So we choose that 1st March. Then once we are certain, let's go ahead and click on calculate. So we have this up and running. Everything is correct still as it is. So we then go ahead and choose her picture from here. We grab this. So we choose her picture, this. Then we have this, then the signature as well. We grab that from here, signature. So we choose this for her. And from there, we can then go ahead and save the add save. Okay, so there we go. So now if we want to search for her, we just search by the loan ID, which is what? 4230. So that is 4230. Then 428. 428. So once we add, just click on search. You should have her data returned. And if you would want to do some editing or changes here, you can do that and then resave it and then click on update and it should be good to go. So now we are done. So now the next thing we are going to do is this. Now what we need to do right now is to update the amounts inside of the loan deductions database. So to do that, we go to loan deductions here and click on this. So now what we need to do is to deposit the amount she has to pay. But before that, let's go back and then confirm the amount she has to pay. Let's click on this. Let's just enter the ID here, the total amount she has to pay for all. Okay, let's enter the ID. The loan ID is 4230 4230, then 428. So once we are done, click on search. So the total amount she has to pay is what, and keep track of that, 27206.67. So that is the total amount she has to pay. So we can then go back and then add that here. So now, and then go back and then add that inside the loan deduction. So here we go ahead and enter his loan ID, which is what? 4230 and then 428. So once we are done with that, we want to deposit all the amounts he has to pay. the interest together with the loan amount. Okay, so we enter the purpose here. We say what? Your total loan amount to pay. So once we add and then we enter that amount here, which is what? 272.67. So once we are done, we then go ahead and click on save, and then we have that saved as well. So now you can see that the loan amount, so the loan balance is what? 0.00. Then the loan amount paid is also what? 0.00. So now when we enter her loan ID here, you see some changes here. But before we do that, let's make sure that for now, let's assume that for the first month, the first March has reached, and we want to do deductions. Okay, we would want to deduct the first deduction. So we just go ahead and just click on this and start the loan deduction from here. So now we enter the loan ID, which is 4230, 4230, and then 428. So once we proceed here, you can see that this is what we have. The total amount she has to pay 27,206.67 pesos. Okay, so now the purpose is what? So can I call it loan deduction for the month of March 2023. So once we are done with that, the amount she has to pay each month is 566.81. So once we enter that, then we just go ahead and click on save for the first deduction. So now let's check something. Let's enter her loan ID here once again. So 4230 and then 428. So once we proceed here, you can see that the amount she has paid so far is 566.81. That is the first month. Now the loan balance is 26,639.86. So you can see that everything is up and running from here. So we have just deducted the first month, and then we have updated that inside the loan deductions database. So now we need to go and then deduct that from Ama's account. Okay, so this is to keep track of each and every month deduction. So now let's go to the account and do the deduction as well. So now we go to transaction. So to do that, we need her account number for that. So we come here, then we'll grab the account number from here, Control C to copy this. Now we then go home. We come to transaction here. So what we are going to do is just to toggle withdrawal. We want to withdraw an amount from Ama's account, okay, and that is about the loan deduction. So we then go ahead and paste the account number here, and we proceed. You can see for now she still has the 40,000 inside. So here we just have to let her know that that is a loan deduction for the months of March 2023. So once we are done with the amount we are going to withdraw is what? 566.81. So once we are done with that, we just go ahead and click on save. And transaction is now saved for the withdrawal. So now if we should enter the account number here again and then proceed, you can see that now the balance has now remained 39,433 because we just deducted something. So here we then go ahead and then add the people's loan deduction for the month of March 2023. So once we add, and the amount is what? 566.81. So once we add, we would want to send what? Withdrawal message for her to see the message that the loan deduction for the month of March has been done. So we do that by clicking on send withdrawal message. So there we go. So here we can then go ahead and send the withdrawal message from here as we've been doing. Okay, so we will still go ahead and do that, right, so that we confirm and make sure that everything is still up and running. But then I think with what you already saw, we can equally assume that sending the message is not an issue. But let's do that. So click on send message, so copy this, then done. You then come here, send SMS compose. We choose our sender ID from here, then we paste the message from here. Then we click on personalize. So from here, the next thing we want to do is go ahead and click on next. Then we choose the various column. Then from sheets, then we pick the various columns from here. So let's see this. Okay, let's cancel this for now. Let's move this thing. This will give us a chance to wrap the effect. So let's add from sheet. Sorry, let's add it just from sheet from here. So now let's map the columns. The phone number is in column what? Column B. Then the name is in column A. Then the account number is in column C. Then the amount is in column F. Then the purpose is in column E. Then the date is in column D. Then the balance is in column G. Okay. So once we are done with it, I just click on OK. So now you can see it says more unique destinations have been added. So once we click on OK, so from there, you just go ahead and click on send, and then we have the message sent. So now we can then go ahead and delete this particular sheet. I've just received the message. So now let's quickly move straight to my phone and let's see how this message looks like. Now there we go on my phone. So now let's open this and let's see the message. So received from here, which says what? Hi, I'm Ayao. Account number 606001310565 has been debited with an amount of 566.81. Description: loan deduction for the month of March 2023. Date 7 February 2023. Balance 39,433.19. So basically that is the message. Thank you. Good, and I hope we saw that message out there. So finally, the last thing we're going to look at is let's go home. Now let's go back and check Amma's statement once again to confirm the new transactions we've just made to see whether it will reflect. So let's grab the account number from here. So we just copy this from here. Control C to copy this, then click and navigate to home, click dashboard. We paste the account number inside here. Then we choose the date range from 1st February to 28th February. Now we click on search. So you can see that the third transaction, which is the loan deduction, has also taken effect. The withdrawal is 566.81 and this. So now let's print the statement. Yeah, click on this and then we have it printed. So let's name it Amayal for short. So we have that. So desktop, save it there. So we can then go ahead and close this and then minimize this for now. Let's open this. Boom. So there we go. We have the statement up and running. Loan deduction for the month of March 566.81. Now this is the balance. There we go. So you can see that everything is now up and running and without any problem, without any stress. Now currently we are organizing a very powerful training on how to develop this amazing system. I'll leave the WhatsApp and then the Telegram channels link in the video description below. You can just check that out and then you can join the training. Okay, and also if you want to purchase the application, I will leave the link to that. Currently we are running some powerful discounts, so you can just take advantage and then buy it at low cost, and then you can be able to use it. You can use it as a project work in your school if you want it that way, very cheap for you to afford. So basically that is that. If you like the video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon so that you get notified in the time we upload new videos like this. So till our next series of videos, thank you so much and bye for now.